All right. It's another week, Fireside Chat. All right. You got this, Joe. This is going to be a great set. You've prepared for it. You're going to be great. Yes. Yes, you are going to be great. Joe, you are a fantastic person. You are great. This is going to be an absolute fantastic performance for you today. You know what? You're a fantastic coach. The kids are going to love this. Everyone's going to love this. You're going to get 1,000 subscribers. You're going to finally get that Grammarly ad. You know what? And you know what? You're pretty beautiful too. You're so beautiful. You're like a cross between Ryan Gosling, Paul Rudd, Jesus, and Calix Flores. Calix Flores? Oh my God, that's amazing. Oh, stop it. Wait, we're filming right now? You know that you're not supposed to film up my pep up speech, right? How many times do I have to fire you before you get the message to stop filming when I'm doing my pep up speech? Hey guys, we've made it through February. To me, this is the longest month, even though it has the shortest amount of days. But you know what? We survived it. We survived all the bad weather. We survived all the crazy Coach Stu workouts. But we closed out a very successful month with our first meet yesterday. Tomorrow, I'll talk in person about how the meet went and all the PRs that were made yesterday. But to say the least, yesterday was a success. And we should be truly proud of how we performed yesterday at Lakes. We are right where we need to be and in a spot that this program has never been in before. We currently have the most guys in program history for indoor to have broken 5 flat in the mile. And we are about to have many more people break it once they get the opportunity. We also have the most people that have broken 440 in the mile. Okay, we have a depth to this team that programs don't have. And we are doing this without coming anywhere close to touching speed. We have barely done any anaerobic workouts. And yesterday we went up against some of the outstanding teams who have competed in more meets than us. And many of those schools have been working on anaerobic systems. We are on track to being the most fit team in the state, which was one of our goals at the beginning of the season. When the weather gets warmer and we start to get some speed, the rest of the state will start to know all of our names. All right, our shout out of this week goes to Daniel Durant. He's been one of the finalists for a shout out since we've come back from winter break, and it's finally time for him to get his due. Daniel joined us for the first time in the fall for cross country. He didn't have much racing experience, but right away he popped out to me because he showed a passion for running and showed us a great work ethic. His season was unfortunately cut short with a stress fracture, but Daniel stayed positive and joined us with track. Despite lacking experience that the other varsity members have, Daniel has eased into our program's training like he's been doing it for years. Daniel is more on the silent side, but his hard work speaks volumes as he has become a valuable member of the team. Yesterday was his first track race, and I'm sure it wasn't the race that he was hoping for, but because of his work ethic, great meets are right around the corner for him. Great job, Daniel, or Daniel D. And now let's take a look at our week schedule. Play some music here while I share the screen. All right. So major announcement is Monday will be our last practice at Oak Plain until the trail starts to thaw out from the snow. So when we do longer runs, we'll kind of switch back to a plane for 1 or maybe 2 days a week, depending on what we're doing. But starting on Tuesday, we'll be officially moving over to Almond. Okay, so our practices will be starting at 4 o'clock for those. Monday, tomorrow, is going to be a long run. Okay. Now, one thing that I'm going to point out for the schedule for this week is that varsity guys, you guys are going to be kind of split into 2 groups. There's the Homewood group because they will be racing on Friday. And then there's also a North Central group. So for varsity, if you are competing in Homewood, I want you guys to run 1 mile less because you guys are going to be running a workout the next day. Not a big fan of doing the long run and a workout back-to-back days, but sometimes the schedule, we have to make adjustments. Okay, so that's why I want you guys to run 1 mile less there. North Central guys, keep it the same or increase it by 1 based on what you guys did last week. This, for you guys, should be a normal mileage week. Okay, base and hybrid guys, your long run is I want you guys to try to extend your farthest run that you have done since you've come to me. So we're going to try to increase it by 1 mile, okay, to your prior longest run. Tuesday is going to be workout day for the base and hybrid group and the homewood work kids. Everyone's going to be doing the same thing, 8x400s at mile pace. Okay, you guys will have various different variations of warm-ups and cool downs. North Central guys, you guys will have an easy day as your workout will be on Wednesday. Okay, I'll explain because there's 2 different workouts for those 2 different groups depending on the events that you will be doing at North Central. So I'll explain that instead of taking up time on the agenda here. Thursday for everyone is going to be an easy recovery day. Friday will be a senior-led practice for those of you that will not be racing on Friday. For this meet, we're going to be leaving pretty early for it. So unfortunately, if you're not racing, you will not be able to go to the meet. For those of you that are racing, I will introduce the lineup to that tomorrow. There's a few things that I need to make adjustments for with that. Saturday, we will have practice. I don't know how late we're going to get back from Homewood, so we might have it start a little bit later. So that is to be determined later in that week. Everyone will be doing a tempo workout if you didn't race. Okay, so that is just for those that didn't race on Friday. Okay, and then Sunday, nice and easy recovery day. All right. So there is our schedule for the week. So our theme for today was actually part of the intro, and that was having a positive mindset. Okay. In life, even if you try to be positive all the time, okay, there are moments that will test your resolve. You cannot live a life where you will not have bad days, suffer losses, or experience failures. What separates those that have success and those that don't have success is that positive mindset. Now, before I get into how to have a positive mindset, let me just state that having a positive mindset doesn't ignore negative thoughts or feelings. We are all human, and we're going to experience sadness, anger, embarrassment, and negative thoughts of our own worth. It is naive to think that everyone is happy all the time. And if I'm not there, and I'm sorry, if I'm not, then, you know, that there's something wrong with me. The important thing with those feelings is that we deal with them in a positive way. The Fireside Chat today is going to be focusing on a positive mindset when it comes to training, competing, and being an athlete. But many of the things mentioned here can be applied to real life situations as well. So what is a positive mindset? Well, it begins with positive thinking or having an optimistic attitude where in any given situation, the focus is on the good instead of the negative. Having a positive mindset looks at the world in 2 ways. One by how we look at the past and one with how we look at the future. With looking at the past, they see failures as a way to improve or look at how the failures were actually ways that made them improve. They actually got better because of them. They also don't ignore the positives that have happened. Okay. When I talked this past week about how long it took for me to find a teaching job, I looked at the jobs that I missed out on as ways to improve my resume or interview tactics. I found the positives of what I was doing that were in my control, relationships with students and coworkers, improving my presence in the classroom, and the confidence that I can be a future successful teacher. People with a positive mindset take the past and look to the future with hope. They either feel that things will get better or have confidence to move forward. As I said in my speech this week, I always put bets on myself. I knew that I could be a future good teacher and coach. So when I did experience maybe some of those setbacks, those failures, I was ready to turn the page to start better or to get ready for another adventure in my life, okay, in my story. Okay. One of our biggest enemies or opponents this upcoming season is not going to be Lake Zurich, Libertyville, or the top teams in the state. It's not the weather or racing against the clock. It's going to be ourselves. It's our mind. Every athlete at some point of their career deals with some type of self-doubt or confidence that they can't succeed. Again, having these thoughts is perfectly healthy. And sometimes it's important to have these thoughts because they can help motivate us to get better. Our sport puts a lot of emphasis on getting better with running more miles, training faster, and being better athletes. One thing that is often ignored is improving our mind and our mindset and how we look at competition. Our program is not going to ignore that. We are going to go into every practice, workout, and race believing that we are going to get better and we are going to be great. So how are we going to improve our mindset? Well, you're in luck. Coach Stu has 10 ways to get you to have a better positive mindset. So number one, it first starts off with getting rid of negative words or phrases. Rather than say, what can't I do? Or what haven't I done? Instead, say, what can I do? Or I'm going to do this. This program is going to get rid of that negative language. Can't is now a 10 push-up naughty word. Okay, so be ready for that. Okay, number two is we practice self-talk. Sounds funny, but talk to yourself, pump yourself up. Take some lessons from this week's intro. Be selfish with this, as you are the only one hearing this. Say, I deserve this, or I am the best, or you are going to totally rock this race today. It bears confidence, and confidence brings success. Okay, it sounds funny, but this will help you to dream big. Okay, number three is just what I just said. Dream. Okay, dream about achieving your goals. Have something that you're building up to. Believe in yourself and that you can achieve it. This belief will inspire you to go after your dreams and will further knock down the negative thoughts that are going through your head. Number four is reflection. Evaluate yourself and how you are doing. Find ways to improve and reflect on what you have been doing well. Be honest, but also focus on the great things that you are doing. Notice the words you use when you are reflecting. Avoid, again, those negative words and that negative language. All positive language when evaluating yourself. Number five is be in the present. Control what you can control. If we can impact what is in front of us, it helps us to focus on ways to get better or to solve those issues in a positive way. Okay, and then we start to look forward. Okay, to more of those positive things. Number six is visualization. Prepare for competition or workouts or those tough runs by imagining yourself performing well and recovering from those mistakes. It's weird to think about it, but if you think about the worst things that could happen in a race, and then think about how you're going to overcome that if it does happen in a race, you'll be ready for it and you'll have that self-confidence that you can get through it. This will be a future Coach Stu Fireside Chat, so more to come on this later in the season. Number seven is to focus. The ability to focus under adversity is what championship athletes do best. It only takes one distraction to enter your mind for you to lose focus, and that could affect seconds off of your lap. Okay, especially when we're talking about laps 5 and 6 in the 2-mile, the third 200 in the 200 and the 800, or the third lap in the 1600. When we are the most tired, that's when we need to apply our visualization and our positive language to fight through the hardest parts of our training and races. Being focused will allow you to to follow through in the hardest moments and the darkest times in races. Number 8 is talk with your teammates and close friends. Your teammates have plenty of experiences of success that they have also had, but they've also had bad races and workouts. They battled through injuries and negative thoughts. We've also went through a dark period where we lost our head coach a couple of years ago. But through all of these experiences, we've grown as a team. Your teammates will empathize with you and help guide you to better results. And most importantly, we'll support you. Number 9 is do it. Take what is going on in your head and actually go out and do it. Actions are more important than words. If you say you're going to train more, do it. If you want to try to be better than Luke Wiley, do it. This program, we take action, and that is how we are going to get better. And most importantly, talk to Coach Stu. Talk to this guy. I have many weaknesses, but one thing that I think I do pretty well is being positive, especially when it comes to you guys. I believe that everyone has what it takes to get better. I believe all of you guys can achieve your goals, and you guys are all important and valuable members of this program. If you need a pep talk or a little pick-me-up after a bad day or practice, don't hesitate to talk with me. We'll get you to turn that page and write that story to be great. That book, by the way, is going to be a future bestseller. So there you have it. Hopefully you guys can take out some of those tips with this talk and apply it to your life. You are all truly talented people with bright futures. Believe that you can achieve your wildest dreams, and I'll know then that I did my job. And when you're making millions of dollars, don't forget about this old guy over here. Anyways, I am so looking forward to this week and marching on to the month of March. We've been building to a great season. Let's turn the page and get ready to add to our story. Let's make sure that we do our best to have a fantastic, marvelous, outstanding, glorious, and stupendous week. All right. See you guys tomorrow.